What's up, everybody? That was stupid. I'm gonna start over. What's up, everybody? It's Yakfish Chris here in my garage. You've seen it before. It's a mess, and I love it. It's an organized chaos. Not really, it's just unorganized. But anyway, I'm here to bring you another video tonight about a topic that, I get asked pretty frequently. Whether it be in person or on Instagram, or I don't know, maybe nobody has asked me this and I'm just making it all up. But anyway, I'm gonna give it to you how it is, realist of the real, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what I keep in my PFD. Now, first and foremost, let's go over what PFD I use. I use the NRS Chinook, the 2018 version, not the newest version that just came out, but it's still an amazing PFD. It's comfortable, lightweight, it does the job, it floats, it doesn't rise above my head when I jump in the water, it stays right where it needs to be, and I trust it, which is the biggest thing, is that I trust it. Me being a big guy, there's part of my brain that makes me think I'm gonna sink like a rock, and I know that this thing is gonna keep me up. My big body, it's gonna keep me afloat, and it's gonna keep my body position in a way that a PFD should, which is awesome. It's gonna do its job. Let's hop right in and start going over some of the things that I keep in my PFD. First, we'll put it on and I'll take things out and I'll show you. Ready? Let's put it on. 3, 2, 1. Here it is. The NRS Chinook. You probably saw some pretty B-roll of it already. So yeah, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what I keep on me at all times while I'm in my kayaks. Let's start from the top to the bottom. First off, it's got these awesome adjustable straps here so you can get comfy and really kind of tighten it down and cinch it into a position that's comfortable to sit in, and also cast and paddle. So these straps, I think, are the most convenient straps on it. These are pretty much to their breaking point with me because I'm large and in charge, but the 2X is a perfect size. You loosen those up as much as you can and then pull them back to tighten them. Really simple system to figure out how it fits to you and how comfortable you want to be in this. Because when you're sitting down, you don't want it to ride up while you sit. As you can see, it's tight on my body, so when I lean over, it's moving, everything moves with me. It's kind of nice. I just look like an idiot doing that, but it was worth it. So yeah, let's start from the top on down. First and foremost, it's got this cool little elastic thing here that you can put a lanyard through, or you can just use to kind of cinch something down if you need to, whether it be your whistle goes there or something like that. But I choose to keep my whistle in this pocket up here. There's a nice little kind of coil leash in there, and I keep my whistle in there. A lot of people ask me what kind of whistle I use, if it's loud enough. I use a classic Fox 40. I grew up being a lifeguard, weird fat guy lifeguard, but apparently I was good at my job, and I got this purple Fox 40. I've had this whistle for, I don't know, 15 years of my life. It's pretty significantly loud. You can hear me from a good distance away. These Fox 40s are cheap and they're loud as hell. So I highly recommend that whistle. Yeah, so that's where I keep that. Other things I'll keep in there, maybe some dude wipes will go in there, just in case, I had a bad breakfast burrito, things like that. This little pocket here, I don't really use. I have put an extra Ned head in there every now and then, but I don't really utilize it that often. It's just kind of, not very convenient. It's sideways. I don't want things to fall out, things like that. So it's seldom used for me, and I think that's what most people would say about that pocket. Going to the left side, this is the NRS Copilot Knife. I got the lime green because me, I like green. I like this knife purely because it's got a bottle opener on it. That's pretty cool. The other thing is, there's no point, so if you do actually have to cut an anchor line that is wrapped around you, you don't stab yourself. Pretty smart. Only one side of it's sharp. I keep that pretty sharpened, so that way I'm always safe when I'm on the water. Again, that's the NRS Copilot Knife. I think it runs like 40 or 50 bucks, and it just fits right into that that square that's normally at the top of the Chinook, the clip stays. I mean, this thing, it's a pain in the butt to get back out and transfer from vest to vest. So, you know, it stays. It's not going anywhere. And the trigger kind of clip design is ingenious for when you need that quick release. You know, I don't use this for anything other than an emergency situation. I don't use it to cut line. I don't use it for anything else. I don't want it to be dull when I actually need it. So I don't use it for anything crazy. I don't cut, you know, rope with it. It's not a camping knife. I have another knife for that. The only thing it does extensively is open beers. Nothing wrong with that. Now, going back to the zipper, this zipper stays up all day. It doesn't creep down, doesn't move unless you want it to, which is nice. I feel like that'd be, you know, kind of a no-brainer, but who knows nowadays. Next thing I have is a carabiner hooked on this little elastic, you know, kind of jingabob there. And on that carabiner, I have a leash for my surgical forceps, which I find using more than pliers anyway, because they're a little more precise, especially if you know, accidentally gut hook a bass, or, you know, it's you know, you're using small trebles or something. I feel like it's just a little bit easier to manipulate that hook in a way that you want it to. The other thing on there is another little lanyard with my snips. So that way I'm not reaching for pliers every single time to, you know, kind of cut all my line and cut all my tag ends and things like that. And that just sits in this front pocket here, out of the way. It's not dangling, it's not hanging, and it's quick and easy to get to. You know, moving on down the vest, we have the detachable pen retractor. I don't know what the actual technical term is for it, but attached to that I have another little leash. And on that leash, I actually put my cell phone. I mean, during a tournament day, one of your most important tools is your phone. And if you drop this in the water, bye-bye tournament day. So I keep it on a leash. It's pretty secure. A lot of people use those floating wrist straps. I'm gonna try one this year. I just don't know if I'll actually like it or not. So I think, you know, this is a solid solution for now, and it's attached to that, you know, coil pen retractable thing there. That fits, you know, this is an iPhone 8 Plus, so it's a big phone, and this fits perfectly in this pocket. And what I do is I take the extra mumbo jumbo here. Take the extra mumbo jumbo. I stuff it on in there because you don't need your phone all the freaking time while you're on the water. Most of the time you're focused on fishing, you're focused on trying to catch fish, and so you can take a picture of them. So that basically stays in there, and you know, it doesn't really fall out. I mean, it's not zipped all the way, but you know, it does a pretty good job of not coming out anyway, because you're sitting or standing. It's rare that you're bending over far enough where it's gonna fall out. In that front pocket, I'll keep things like extra hooks. My snips are in there. I'll do, you know, my favorite pack of plastics that day I'll throw in there, and that kind of stuff. Miscellaneous objects go in that front pocket, but I try to keep it empty so those snips come out nice and easy. Moving to the other side, this other front pocket, this is like the pocket that gets the most use, because it's my offhand, and you know, I can still work a rod with going in this pocket. And I think it's really important to be able to do that. Now, most of the time, I said I put the bait of the day in this pocket, but 9 out of 10 times, the bait I actually am using will be in this one. Extra plastics, extra hooks, extra weights. That way it's quick and easy if I break off. I don't need to be searching through my crate or searching through the front of my boat or underneath me to find the things that I want quickly. So I'll be sure to put some extras right in here, and when I run out of those, I'll restock this. You know, even if I'm on the boat and restocking it, I'll have 2 or 3 extras of whatever I'm using right here in this pocket. The other thing I keep in here is leader. You know, I keep my fluoro material right in this pocket because it's easy to get to. One of the other things I do is I'll actually thread it through here. I'll be able to just pull out what I need, bite it, snip it with the snips, whatever, and then be able to tie my new knot and be ready to go. So yeah, this pocket is important baits for the day, hooks, weights, and leader material goes right in that pocket. So that goes there. This will be another pocket for the bait of the day. I mean, I have Ned rig heads in here because I love throwing an Uncle Ned. You know, they'll be in the plastic usually. So that goes in this pocket, or wacky hooks, or the weights will go in there. But basically it's a pocket for tackle. I use this pocket for smaller tackle objects, you know, that will fit in there nicely, that I need quick access to if I continue to use something like that for the day. This last pocket is, I call it the Morbid Pocket for a reason. I actually keep my health insurance card right in this pocket. And I'll actually, if I'm on big water, we'll add my photo ID in there, because you really never know what's going to happen out there. So I want, if anything, if the worst did happen to me, I would want my family to know immediately that it was me. And having something like this, or your ID on you, can help identify you in that circumstance. The other thing is, there's a very real chance of you getting knocked out on your boat and being rescued unconscious. And if I can't answer for myself, at least they know who I am. At least they know that I'm covered, and at least they know that, you know, I can, you know, go to a hospital and know that I'm going to be who I am, my medical records, things like that. They can find easily because I've taken the time to give them something, a resource that they can use to help save me, which I think is hugely important. And I think that's kind of the least talked about subject in the kayak world, is figuring out ways to identify you if the worst does happen. And I think that's really important with the sport growing so quickly and rapidly. And as things advance and the sport advances, I think education on those types of subjects needs to expand. And that's my little tidbit, little tip for the road. Keep some sort of identification on you, in your vest, in your boat, to say who it belongs to, where it came from, who you are, and what you might need in case of an emergency. And like I said, it's the Morbid Pocket because no one wants to talk about that, but I think it's important that we bring it up, that we mention it, and we have an open dialogue about those situations to make it easier on your family, make it easier on the rescuers, and make it easier just in general to, you know, kind of prepare yourself just in case the worst does happen. I know, this video took a dark turn, but that's alright. Anyways, that's what I keep in my NRS Chinook PFD. Super comfy, super lightweight, lots more room for things in here. I just like to keep it simple. And I think that's how my boat layout is too, which, you know, that's my fishing style. As simple as possible to get the job done. And I think that's what I've done with this vest. It's very simple. I keep minimum amount of equipment in here, which helps me stay efficient on the water. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the thumbs up, all that nonsense that other YouTubers talk about. But yeah, this is my PFD. Take what you want with it. This is my PFD, the NRS Chinook. Yes, it's a sick black color. I know I didn't mention that earlier, but check them out. Check out NRS. Koktap makes some good ones, but make sure you're always wearing your PFD on the water. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out.